Hello and good evening, everyone. Can you hear me? Okay, if we are ready, we can start today's presentation. Okay, good. So today is our last class for this year, Persian calendar. And after that, for 10 days, from 18th of March to 28th of March, we have a holiday. So today we will have our sixth session, and after the holiday we will have the 7th and the 8th. Another two classes, and after that we prepare for your pre-defense. Okay. So after session 8, you should present your slides. It means the proposal of your thesis. So for today, the outline is why sampling, reasons for sampling, sampling process, and what is the sample population, sampling method that divide to two categories, probability and non-probability. So before this, we talk about the research design, research strategies, research choices under research methodology part, chapter 3. So today we talk about sampling, and after that we will talk about the data collection and analysis, that you can have whole idea about 5 chapters, and then you can start the write-up. So why sample? Why not study everyone? When we say sample, it means we have only choose a group of something, the sample of something, not all of them. Okay. So why sample? Why not study everyone? Debate about census with sampling. Why do we sample? Size of the population, cost of obtaining elements, and convenience and accessibility of elements. So these three are the reason for sampling. Because when you do the research, when you want to have a research about something, so you cannot collect the data from everyone. You cannot talk about the whole population. So of course you should do the sampling. All right. So why sampling? Because of cost and because accessibility of the element. This is the two important factor for sampling. Again, a reason for sampling, of course, we have a limit of budget, a financial problem, and also we have a time constraint and a high degree of accuracy and reliability. If we choose the sample, when we choose the sample, that this sample representative of the population, it means that we choose it correctly. So as this way, we can achieve the high degree of accuracy and reliability as well. And sampling may sometimes produce more accurate results than taking a census as the latter. Why? Because there are more risks for making interviewer and other errors due to the high volume of person. Because if you want to, for example, have an interview for everyone, so we will use the accuracy and maybe the errors happen during this procedure, and all of the number of the sensors maybe are not well trained, and maybe they are not well educated and cannot provide needed information that we want to put in our data collection. So after this, okay, now slide 5. So here you can see the comparison between sample and population. The larger cycle is the population, and the yellow one is a sample. So you see that the sample how much smaller than the population. It's under the population, and only some part of population, not the whole of the population. So a sample is a subset of a large population. Of course, it's a subset because it's under the population. It included the population, and for example, subset of a larger population of object, individual, household, business, organization, and whatever else. All right. So, for example, if you want to, for example, have a research about public sector in Afghanistan, all right, maybe you cannot research about all of the public sector available in Afghanistan. For example, only you choose some ministry of available in Afghanistan, for example, agriculture ministry or other ministry related to the topic. So you choose only some part of this ministry regarding to the public sector, okay? So public sector can be the population, and then just few ministry that you choose can be sample. So you see that ministries is a subset of the whole idea of public sector in Afghanistan. So sampling enables researcher to make estimate of some unknown characteristic of the population in question. So when you choose the sample, why? Because this sample have some characteristic, some behavior of the population, and then this sample can help you to answer the question of your research, okay? So again, when you want to do the sampling, we should focus in our research question, like other parts of the research, that always we should focus in our research question. So when we look at the research question of our thesis, so we can understand that which question is important, and then we can choose the sample based on the question. So we should choose a sample based on the characteristic and behavior that they can answer the research question. And a finite group is called population, whereas a non-finite infinite group is called universe. So it is very clear. And a census is an investigation of all individual elements of a population. So because of the limitation of time and budget, we cannot do the census, okay? We cannot do our research based on all of the population. Again, sample, we can say that it's a subset of population as we talk about it to estimate the behavior or characteristic of the population. So this is important, and again, I put in this slide that the sample should involve the behavior and characteristic of population, okay? So, for example, back to our example that I gave to you. For example, public sector. So public sector have some characteristics, okay? For example, always public sector doesn't, most of the time doesn't have a big financial problem. Why? Because the government supports them, for example. Okay, so this is one of the characteristics of public sector. Or for example, the bureaucracy in public sector always is high. Or other characteristics that public sector has, or maybe competition between the public sector is low, all right? So these are the characteristics of public sector. So when you choose a sample based on your research question that you want to focus on which of these characteristics of public sector, so the sample should cover them, all right? So the sample, for example, can be the ministry that they are under public sector and has that characteristic that you want, and you want to search and find the answer of your research question. And a sample exists to represent its parent population. Parent population, it means uh, the main population that you choose. Here we can say that parent population is public sector companies, for example, in Afghanistan. We must know what the actual parent population is, otherwise we draw false conclusion. So here again, it mentioned that when you choose your population, you should know about the characteristic of this population, that after that you can understand that which sample can be related to this population. So first we should define our research question, and then we should find the population related to this research question, and after that narrow down and find out our sample. Okay. For example, if we sample only women, all right, we cannot safely make claims about the men. If our research, for example, should be included for both, including both male and female. So if our sample only for female, it's not correct. Why? Because after that, when we have a conclusion, the conclusion comes from the data collection. And then when the sample is only for men, so it means the conclusion only can be for male. So after that, we cannot cover for example, the research that should be including both male and female. So it is very important that we recognize the characteristic of the population and choose the sample related to this characteristic. All of them should be in a row, and all of them should be the existence of subsequence between them. Okay, sequences. Okay, here as a map, we can see that sampling process. First, we find the target population, and then we go to sampling frame. After that, we determine that which method of sampling we want to use, probability or non-probability, that we will discuss it later. And after that, we should choose or select a sample unit and sample size, and finally actual sample unit, and conduct a seed vote. It means that finally we choose, we have our sample. So in this map, the most important thing is a target population, sample frame, method of sampling, and sample unit. These are very important, and if you can move from defining the target population and then sample frame and method of the sampling, and then you have sample unit, you mean that you done, and you can have the good sample. So population, all the potential study elements as defined, careful specification of the population. So population here, when we want to define the target population. So population definition is very clear, and it's same as a thing that we know about it. It's not only in research methodology, but the target population is important thing that is only in research methodology. When we say a study population, it means that to guarantee that every element meeting your definition of the population and has chance to be selected into the sample. And a study population will be somewhat smaller than the population. This is, and again, very clear that when we have a target, we have a study population, it means that something under the whole population. So it is smaller than the population. And for defining the target population, as we see here and in this graph, okay, so defining the target population is the first step. So how can we defining the target population? So the target population is that complete group whose relevant characteristics are to determine through the sampling. So the target population again is a group under the population and that has characteristic and behavior of the population that we choose. Okay, a target population may be, for example, the faculty, all faculty members in Department of Management Science in the ComStat network. This is a network I think in Pakistan. All housewives in Kabul. So all housewives in Kabul can be the population target, okay? Or for example, all pre-college students in Kuala Lumpur can be population target, or all medical doctors in Afghanistan can be another example of a target population. The target group should be clearly delimited of, if possible, for example, do all pre-college students include only primary or secondary students, or also students in other specialized educational institutions? So when you want to choose the target population, you should be very clear about it, that which character this target population will carry on which characteristic of your main population or parent population. So, for example, if you say college students in Kuala Lumpur, or for example, if you say housewives in Kabul, you should be very clear that when you say housewives, which which characteristic of housewife in Kabul is important for you, and this target can be carried on. All right. So up to here, do you have any question? I don't know, because I don't see any question in chat box. I don't know. Are you clear? Is it everything clear for you? You should have an idea now about the population sample and target population. If now you know about this, it means that you can get the whole idea of today's presentation. Is it clear for you? Okay, all right, good. So because today it's not difficult, the subject is very clear, but we should talk about the sampling because after that you get idea that you should do the sampling in your research, okay? Maybe automatically you do this, but as a conceptual also it's good if you have some slides about it and you know some presentation about it. So sample size, choice of sample size is influenced by confidence needed in the data, margin of error that can be tolerated, types of analysis to be undertaken, size of sample population, and distribution. So this is the item. This 4 items can influence, can affect in your sample size. The sample frame, as you remember here in the here. So we say, okay, first we should have defined the target population that we talk about it. Now, after that, we should select a sampling frame. So, okay, what is sampling frame? The sampling frame is a list of all those population elements that will be used in the sample. Okay, for example, sampling frame are a student telephone directory for the student population. So if your population target is a student, all right, so a student telephone directory can be a sampling frame. Or for example, if you want to have a research about companies, all right, the list of companies on the stock exchange can be another sampling framework. Or the directory of medical doctors and specialists. or yellow pages. Yellow pages is another uh, good sampling frame for businesses. Okay, so yellow pages has lots of information about all the businesses in one country. So it is another sampling frame that we can give you as example. Often the list does not include the entire population. Of course, this sampling frame maybe doesn't include all the population, but this is a good source that most of the population included. And information related to sampling frames can be obtained from commercial organizations as well. So sometimes I ask all of you, please mute your mic after attend the class. Okay, thank you. So sometimes you can get some information about your population that you want to research about it from commercial organization, from some consultancy organization. This is also acceptable, all right? So this slide talk about sampling frame. Now we want to do sampling unit. Okay, so after we choose our target population, and after we have sampling frame, okay, now we should think about sample unit. Sampling unit is in our research. Okay, so the sampling unit is a single element or a group of elements subject to selection in a sample. Example, every student at ComSat whose first name begins with the letter F. It can be sample unit. Or all child passengers under 18 years of age who are traveling in a train from destination X to Y can be sample unit. Or all jewelers shop in sector F6, F7, and F8 in Islamabad. Okay. It means that, for example, if our target population is households in Kabul, all right, then the sample unit can be, for example, the household in north of Kabul or east of Kabul or center of the Kabul or in important or main road in the Kabul. Okay, so this is a sample unit. So sample unit again can be under the under the target population. So we narrow to the sample unit from the population to sample unit. Another example that I can give to you, because you are a student that always ask me, for example, okay, example, so we talked that about public sector in Afghanistan, yes, as a population. So the target population is public sector in Afghanistan, and then we narrow to ministries in Afghanistan, okay, as a sample. And then we can say that sample unit or sample unit analysis of our research can be, for example, prime minister or the head of minister, or sometimes you say, no, we don't need to have a head of head of the ministry. Only we want to talk, for example, to the head of financial department of ministry. Sometimes say, no, we want to talk to the head of human resource or head of R&D part or section of the ministry. So they are the unit analysis of your research. Sometimes maybe you use manager, all available manager in ministry can be your unit analysis, or maybe only one manager of one department can be your unit analysis, okay, or sampling unit. So it depends on your research and your aim and research objective that you want to have from which criteria you want to choose your sampling unit. Okay, so this is another example. So we have public sector as a target population, and then ministry as a sample, and then uh, top manager of the ministry can be sample unit. So you can see how we narrow from the population to the sample unit. Okay, now I have a question from Mr. Navid. Uh, okay, Mr. Navid asks, what do we mean by margin of error? When you want to analyze the data, okay, but by software, for example, SPSS or another software that you use. So there is a limitation for margin of error. It means, for example, I don't know exact number, but for example, we say that margin error can be 0.0001. So it depends on the accuracy of your data analysis and the software. So when you use it, the software will give you, will tell you that the margin of error how much. And another question. Okay, no. 10, 10. Okay. So this is about sampling unit. But about your question, margin of error, again, I can check. You can also check in the website. And if we find any other things, new things, we can share together. I think I have this idea about margin of error. Maybe it's correct, maybe it's not, but we can check it again. Just remind me in next session that I give you more information about it. But I think it's there is a margin of error. It is a there is you know, a specific error. For example, they say this number can be acceptable as a margin of error. There is a standard. Oh, I want to say this word now. I remember. There's a standard for margin of error based on your analyzing software that you use, or based on data analyzing, data collection. Okay. So now we can talk about the method of sampling. All right. So there is two categories. There are two categories for sampling that we can call it probability sampling and non-probability sampling. These are the most famous, categorizing for quantitative sampling strategies. All right. So under probability sampling, we have simple random sampling, we have a stratified sampling, and we have multi-stage cluster sampling. And under non-probability sampling, we have a snowball sampling and convenience sampling. So as a whole idea, if you want to get the whole idea, just it's good that you can memorize that sampling can divide to two methods, the two main methods, probability and non-probability, all right? And then we will talk about the details of both of these category of sampling. Okay. Okay, before I go to sample method, I have another question in chat box. What is the difference between sample unit and target? Okay, I think Mrs. Brishna or Mester, I'm not sure, but there is a big difference, okay? Sample unit, we have sample unit and we have population target, okay? This is two different stories. When we talk about population target, it means that the population that we choose for our research, okay? When we talk about sample unit, sample analysis, meaning something under our sampling. So it is very smaller than population target. If you consider my example that I gave to you in Afghanistan, for example, I said that, for example, your research is about you want to see how is the project managing, okay, project management in public sector in Afghanistan, okay? You want to see how is the process of project management in public sector in Afghanistan. Then you have, so public sector is the population, okay? And then you narrow to target population as a one part of this public sector, for example, three ministry in Afghanistan. Okay, so these three ministry in Afghanistan is a target population because these three ministry are under public sector in Afghanistan. Okay, and then you want to know that what is the sample unit or sample analysis. It means that, okay, you choose these three ministries. After that, you want to go to interview or, for example, spread out your questionnaire to which people in these three ministries? To everyone? Or, for example, you want to choose some department in these three ministries, some top head or head manager, or no, you want to do your interview or questionnaire only, for example, from the middle position employee. So these are can be your unit analysis. So if you have this map in your mind, population is public sector in Afghanistan. So then you come to target population as a ministry. For example, agriculture ministry in Afghanistan can be your target population, and top manager in human resource department of agriculture ministry of Afghanistan can be your unit analysis or research or sample unit. I don't know. Can you get my idea? Okay, yeah. So if you make it on the paper, then you can understand that how you come from the population to target population, and then from target population to sample, and then from the sample go to the unit analysis or sample unit of your research. So you step by step you become narrow to the specific people that you want to collect the data from them, and they will answer your research question. Okay, so here back to the presentation. So sampling method, again I put the categorizing of sampling method: random sample, stratified or a segment random sample, Pareto sampling, cluster sampling, context, or snowball sampling, multi-stage sampling. They are the different methods of sampling. That some of them are on probability sampling, and some of them are on under the non-probability sampling. Okay, so we have probability and non-probability sampling. For probability sampling, is the selection of individuals from the population so that they are representative of the population. Okay, so you select it. Okay, but non-probability sampling is the selection of the participant because they are available, convenient, or represent some characteristic the investigation wants to study. So probability, it means all of them has same chance to be choose, okay? But non-probability, you choose by some criteria. For example, the accessibility or availability, all right? So, for example, if we come back to the our example here that I gave you, for example, when you spread out your questionnaire to all top managers of one ministry, it means that probability sampling, because you just give the chance for answer your question, okay, the same chance to all the manager of the ministry, okay. But sometimes maybe you can get the idea that no, I don't want to give my questionnaire, for example, to top manager, because most of the time they don't have time, they are not available, they will not answer the questionnaire. Okay, so you choose some of them that they, for example, their secretary respond to you and said, okay, he will fill up your form. So after that, it means you use the non-probability. It means you choose some of them based on the availability and convenience and accessibility. Okay. So deciding who to choose. Deciding who to choose, it means basically two sampling strategies available. Again, probability, that each member of the population has a certain probability to be selected into the sample. Now I explained to you. So remember that in probability sampling, each member of the population has a certain probability, has the same chance, has a certain probability to be selected into the sample. But in non-probability sampling, members selected not according to logic of probability, but by other means. So what means, for example, convenience or access, okay? So the point that you should learn tonight, it's that you know that we have two categories of sampling, probability and non-probability, and then you can understand the definition of each of them. So that for probability, it means give same chance, but for non-probability, you choose them based on accessibility or convenience and availability. All right. So this is the important point of tonight's presentation regarding to categorizing the different methods of sampling. Again, if we want to talk about probability and non-probability sampling more, again, I put this slide to you that again, there is some explanation about this method. Sorry. And here again, okay, here there is some good points. So convenience sampling, this is a sampling technique which selects those sampling units most conveniently available at a certain point in or over a period of time. So if you remember, under non-probability sampling, one of the methods is convenience sampling. So in convenience sampling, it means that you choose your sample based on the most conveniently available. All right, that I, for example, gave you the example regarding to public sector and ministry and something like this. But the point that I want to tell you in this slide that convenience sampling is best used for the purpose of exploratory research. If you remember, in previous classes, we talked about different type of research, that one of them is exploratory and one of them is explanatory or confirmatory, okay? So if your research nature is exploratory, so this method of sampling is most usable, convenience sampling, okay? So I put this point in the second option that I mentioned, convenience sampling is best used for the purpose of exploratory research. Why? Because in exploratory research, because you want to explore something. So before this, you cannot find the specific theory that can put in your research when you do the exploratory research, because you are the first one that you want to explore something, okay? It's not examining. So it's different with explanatory. It is exploratory research. So when you want to explore something, it means there is no specific theory before this. So you should go and see an interview with someone that have an idea about it, and come to them. And after you data collection, you come to your model. All right. So when you want to explore, you should talk to people. You should observe anything, okay, everything regarding to your research topic. So for example, you should go and interview, all right, to see how is the process that you need to explore your research, okay. So after that, when you want to go to the interview, so maybe you can choose convenience sampling, because you cannot to interview to everyone. Of course, you should choose them. And then because you want to choose some person that they have enough knowledge and experience that can help you to discover your model, okay? Because exploratory like this, you don't have any theory, you want to explore the model yourself. So of course you should choose some people that they are available, they answer your question carefully, and they have a knowledge and experience regarding to your topic. They can cover the answer of your question. So you use convenience sampling. It means you should choose your interviewee by yourself, okay? So because of this, be careful. If your research nature is exploratory, this method can be help you for data collection and sampling. Again, I put some examples for non-probability sampling, okay? And okay, here another method for non-probability sampling that we call it Pareto sampling. This is sampling technique in which the business researcher ensure that certain characteristics of a population are represent the sample to an extent which is or she desire. Okay, again by segment, not randomly selected. So here again, Pareto sampling is under non-probability sampling. Why? Because you don't choose your sample randomly. You choose it by a segment, by a specific number on each segment or interview may not be fully representative and cheaper method. So example of these can be, for example, a business researcher wants to determine through interview the demand for product X in a district which is very diverse in terms of the ethnic composition. Okay, if the sample size is to consist of 100 units, the number of individuals for each ethnic group interview should correspond to the group's percentage composition of the total population of that district. So it means that you choose only 100 as a sample size for your sampling, and this can be happen by, for example, in one special district or, for example, province in the as a whole of the population. Okay, so you choose some of them. So Pareto sampling is another sampling under non-probability that you choose it by a segment. All right. Of course, each of these methods that you use, whether a non-probability method or probability method, each method you use, they have some advantages and some disadvantages. So it means that you should see all of these methods and then consider that which of them is more important for you, the advantages and disadvantages. So I put advantage and disadvantages, all of these methods in these slides, okay, in tonight's presentation. After that, you should go and see the difference between these methods and advantages and disadvantages, and then decide that which one can be more, related, can be more common and proper for your research. Another method that we have under non-probability is a snowball sampling. This is a sampling technique in which individual or organization are selected first by probability method. So first, by the probability method, you choose some organization. You choose some individual. All right. Then after that, the next group can be chosen by the first organization that you choose it randomly. All right. I mean, by the probability method. So, for example, throw a sample of 500 individuals, 20 scuba diving enthusiasts are identified, which in turn identify a number of other scuba divers. So, for example, you choose a group of or individual by probability method, and after that, this group or this individual can be choose another group and another individual. So this is we can say the mix of the non-probability and probability, because first you choose the first group or first individual as a probability, and then we continue with non-probability method. Again, there are some advantage and disadvantage of this method. Now we go to the probability sampling. Okay, up to now we talk about non-probability. All right. Now we want to talk about probability sampling. One of the methods under probability sampling is systematic sampling. Okay, this is a technique which in an initial starting point is selected by a random process, after which every nth number on the list is selected to constitute part of the sample. Okay, this is very easy because the first point that you want to start the sample selected randomly, and after that you follow up the same criteria. What does it mean? For example, from a list of 1,500 name entries, okay, a name on the list is randomly selected. For example, we select randomly the name that it is in 13 row of this list. Okay. After that, we say, okay, from 13, every 25th name we will put in our sample. Okay. For example, if I want to make it more simple, we have a 20. We have a 20 entries. Okay. So first we randomly choose one of them. If it is odd number, so we say, okay, after that, every odd number can be the sample, can be put in our sample, all right? For example, if we take out the 3, so after that, we take out 5, 7, 9, every, add another 2, and then pick up the sample. For systematic sampling, to work best, the list should be random in nature and not have some underlying systematic pattern. So the point is, for this method, the first choose should be randomly, and after that, we can follow up the procedure, okay? The same procedure. For example, every 10th number, or every, for example, 25th number, or whatever else. Another another method under probability sampling is stratified sampling. This is the technique which simple random subsample are drawn from within different start data. Okay. Stratified sampling. We can give you this example that the student body of CIIT is divided into two groups: management science and engineering. And from each group, students are selected for a sample using simple random, and the size of the sample for each group is determined by the group's overall strength. So first we choose these two groups as random, and then each of the group can choose other entry themselves. All right. Again, this method also have some advantages and disadvantages that I put here. Okay. Also, there are other probability sampling. For example, cluster sampling, multi-stage area sampling, that they are also under probability sampling or internal sampling. So the method is cluster sampling. Sometimes you choose your sample based on a geographically areas that you call it cluster sampling. For example, you said that my research is about Afghanistan, but I want to do my research only in north part of Afghanistan, okay, provinces in north part. So it means you choose the cluster sampling based on geographical areas, okay? So yes, Mr. Nawabi, do you have any questions? Hello, Mr. Nawabi, do you want to ask me any question? Okay. So the most issues in sample design and selection are accuracy and resources. So, okay. So it depends. It depends on the nature of your research, and it depends on your research question, that how you want to answer this research question, and also accuracy and resources. It may in terms of time, money, and capacity. You know, all of these will involve that cause which method of sampling do you should choose for your research. Also availability, geographically, statistic analysis, all of them excuse me, can be guide you to which method of sampling you should choose. Okay, as a summary, the keys to good sampling is randomness is the key, and avoid bias. Every time I in the academic research area, we say that avoid bias in every part of your research. Of course, in sampling also, you should avoid bias, and design to include all known subgroups. It means that when you have a target population, so under this target population, maybe there are different subgroups, different sample, and then you should know about all of them, that you can choose the best, the best and the most related subgroup for your sample. And sample that is selected will respond. And so if your sampling is good, if you choose your sampling correctly, and you consider the accuracy and availability and all the criteria for choosing the sample as the correct way, then the conclusion come from this sample will be right, and you can get a good response from this sampling. Okay, that's all. And now if you have any question, you can ask me. And if no, we can continue our classes with your research. I want to know about the process, how's progress of your research. Thank you. If you have any question, you can ask me now. Mr. Nawabi and Mr. Muhammad Aziz and Mr. Navid, if you have any question, you can ask me now. All right. Okay. Krishna or Yaya?
Yes, ma'am. Hello, everyone. Do you hear me clearly?
Yes, of course. Yes. Good evening. Yeah.
Good evening. Ma'am, at the beginning of the class, you said that we will have a presentation. I want to know that what will be our presentation about.
It means the student presentation, Miss Krishna?
I don't know, ma'am. I'm confused. Because of that, I'm asking that what is our presentation about?
Okay, okay. If I'm not mistaken, maybe you mean, okay, okay. At the first of this class, I told you that today is our last class based on Persian calendar, okay? So after that, we go to the holiday for 18th of March to 28th of March, I think 10 days, all right? So next class will be after this holiday. So let me check and give you the time exactly. Okay, next Monday is 18th of March that we don't have a class. We will not have a class. Please be informed that next Monday we don't have any class. And then also the next one is 25th of March that again we are in holiday and we don't have a class. And then after that, the next Monday is 1st of April, okay? So 1st of April, we will have the 7th class that I will present to you, all right? And after that, 8th of April, okay, 8th of April will be our last class that I present to you, okay? Because my presentation for content of research methodology class including 8 sessions. Today is a 6th, so another 2 left. One in 1st of April, and the last one is on 8th of April. Okay? After 8th of April, your work will start. What am I meaning is that you should present your work, whatever that you have do up to that date, okay? For example, if you do only research question, or maybe some of you will do your research up to data collection, whatever you have done, all right? So you should come and present in your class. After 1 or 2 classes that I have your presentation, then we will put 1 session for your pre-defense, okay? And after that, 2 weeks after pre-defense, we will go to the final defense. So for the session presentation before pre-defense, you can present whatever that you want and whatever that you have done, okay? And but in pre-defense, you should present your work up to data collection. It is a must. It is a should. It's not cannot be changed. Okay. And in final defense, you should present all the work. Okay. And in my opinion, it's better that in pre-defense also you do your whole work. But most of the time I see that students say, no, we cannot finish it, we cannot cover all the parts. So I ask them just a proposal and at least present up-to-date collection. It means they should have research questions, they should have research objective, problem statement, literature review, and the methodology of their research. Okay, and after that, they can go and do the data collection and analyze the collect and data and conclusion, and then come to the final defense. So is it clear now? I don't know. Yes. So it's not only for Ms. Krishna, it is for all of you. So please follow up this procedure. Don't ask me to extend. I will not extend anything, okay? So please see the due date. Please see the final date that I put in the slides and gave to you before, all right? And follow up this date, all right? So because if you don't submit to me, I will not submit your grade to WWF, and after that maybe you face some problem. All right. So because I give you many chances. After 8 session that I present to you for 1 week or 2 weeks, you have time that just come to class and talk about whatever that you have done. All right. After that, again, you have a chance that you go to pre-defense session. After that, again, 2 weeks, you have time to go to final defense session. So if you follow this step, I'm sure that you have enough time to do everything. And another thing, because these 10 days, we don't have any class. So these 10 days is very good time for you to do your research. At least you can find the research question, research objective, and problem statement and send to me. We will not have any class during these 10 days, but always I will check my email and answer your question. Up to now, only I get one research question and research objective and problem statement that I think from Mr. Mohammed Aziz that he sent to me just today. So, Mr. Aziz, I will see your draft and will answer to you soon, okay? Because just today you sent to me, I don't have a time to look at your work, okay? But in few days, I will reply to your email. And another proposal, I think, is from Mr. Nawawi that I asked him to revise it and then send to me again. That up to now I haven't received it. The other student didn't send me any email regarding to their research objective research problem. I'm in chapter 1, and I ask you to do this job for this during this holiday. This is a good time for you. Because this is my experience from previous semester, that a student, if they don't divide their work, if they don't follow the schedule, they cannot come up to the deadline of the research, okay? So please be careful about this, and please pay attention and do your job, do your work during the time that I give to you, okay? So any other question, you can ask me now. Another thing that I want to tell you, I think in the previous class, some of you asked me to send you, excuse me, to send you the sample of the thesis, all right? So I sent to you today, plus slides of session 5. I attach another 2 sample theses. One of them is PhD thesis, and one of them is master thesis. As a sample, you can see table of content of both of these 2 samples, all right? And then also see the chapter 1 of these theses, that how they embedded research question, research objective, and methodology. Also chapter 3, you can see the content and take a point that you think they are useful for you. It doesn't need that you read whole of the thesis, because for example, for PhD, it is too many pages. I think more than 100 pages or something, more than 200 pages. So just look at these theses and get the idea, all right? So I hope that you can get a good idea from these sample theses. And then if also you find another thesis in internet or in any other available resources, please share to another student. Please share to each other your knowledge and experience. It is very good, because we are here to learn something, okay? All of us are in a process of learning. So learning is a process. I don't know everything, you don't know everything, but we can share our knowledge and experience. So up to now, always I share you the sample, the information. So I like to see your activity as well, because I don't ask you any assignment during this semester. Just you should submit one final project as a project that you should submit to WWS for getting your MBA certificate. So it is fair. It is fair enough that you can pay more time and find something and share to your classmate and me. Okay, be more active. All right. And then you can ask me your question via email, and I will answer you in few days later. All right. So any other question, you can ask me now. Okay. So I hope that you have a very good holiday. Yes. Krishna, yeah.
Yes. I emailed you my topic, that the title of my topic, it was the trend of media in Afghanistan. So I need your advice. Is it okay or no? Should I change, or it should be more specific?
I haven't sent my email to you regarding to your topic. Hello?
Yeah. Hello, ma'am. No, I didn't receive your email.
Okay, let me check now. Because most of the time, okay, let me check. Because I remember your topic. Okay, I am going to research on will be trend of media in Afghanistan in past decade. I think I answered it, because let me check again. Yes, I answered to you. Have you checked your email, madam? Miss Krishna, have you checked your email before? Okay, because I have the answer like this. Dear Krishna, I think your topic needs some addition. It's not complete yet. Would you please explain more? Also, your thesis shouldn't be overview of something in this class. All right, all right. This is my answer. Okay. So I forward to you again. I don't know why don't you receive it. Why didn't you receive it? But I reply your email. Again, now I send to you. Have you received it now? Ms. Krishna, can you check your topic and sorry, can you check your email and inform me that you received it or no? Yes, please inform me because I replied to your email last week, I think. Because regarding to the research, I replied the student very quickly because I want to be finalized the topic and then they can start their work. So, all right. What is the question from Mr. Navid for the topic of nutrition? All right. Okay, if you have interested to know about nutrition topic, we can discuss now. Let me find it again. Okay. Miss Krishna. Okay. Miss Krishna choose this topic for her thesis. The okay, where is the topic? Okay. Trend of media in Afghanistan in past decade. All right. She chose this topic for her thesis, trend of media in Afghanistan in past decade. I'm not sure about that, what exactly she wants to do, but I think it's better if she gives some details in her topic, because when she mentioned trend of media in Afghanistan in past decade, the sense of this topic is something near to overview of something. Okay. But in this class, I don't need overview of something. I don't need report of something. Okay, I don't need that you go and see, okay, how is the trend of media in Afghanistan in past decade and say, okay, the trend like this. No, you should do something more than just give overview, just give the report of something. In this class, we need some analysis, all right? So I like to see the analyzing report from all of you. Maybe Ms. Krishna give me the report analysis. I'm not sure, okay? But when I look at this topic, the sense like this that, oh, okay, only maybe we can have lots of information about how is or what is the trend of media in Afghanistan in past decade. And that is not enough. You can only put this information in your chapter 1 background or something like this. So exactly I want to see that which part of this trend is interesting for you, is the problem of your research, okay? So can you explain about it? maybe at this moment, Ms. Krishna doesn't have idea about this. Okay, let me answer Mr. Navid and then back to you, Ms. Krishna. For example, okay, if you know now, do you know exactly what you want to do? Can you explain it to me? Ms. Krishna. Okay.
Yeah. Hello, ma'am. It was just you said I just wanted to research and see that what happened in past decade. It was just like a report.
So it is not good. It is not enough for this class, Mr. Krishna. Okay. Because you should do the research. If what happened in the past, so what's the point for us? You should see, look forward. So just give us information about how is the trend of media in Afghanistan for past decade. What's the point? I can find through the website. If anyone wants to know about trend of media Afghanistan past decade, can find lots of information in website or maybe books or newspaper or whatever. So, what is your what do you want to create? Because the research and thesis is about create something new. Okay, just categorize and collect before data and put it in the one paper. It's not the research. It's only the conceptual maybe, okay? But I need some analysis, all right? I need something new. You should create something new. So if you want only to look at past, only past decade of the media in Afghanistan, it's good. For the first step, it's very good because all of us, when we want to do the research, first we should know about the past. Whatever done in past, okay? What happened in past? What theory, what article, whatever done in past, we should know about it. But it's for first step. The next step is that how can we improve it? How can we make it different? Or what is the problem statement for the past and what area and what gap they cannot cover in the past. And this is our responsibility for now, all right? So this topic can be done, but it should be a detail. It needs lots of revision, okay? So you can go and see the trends of media in past decade in Afghanistan, and then find the problem, find the gaps, okay? And then focus on them and improve it. So then change the topic, for example, to the gap, to the problem, to the part of this trend that you want to focus on it. Because in research, we should focus and narrow on details of something. Just give us the trend of media in Afghanistan cannot be enough. All right, you can put all of the information about media in past decade of Afghanistan in background of your study in chapter 1, also in chapter 2 as a literature review, but after that, you should go and find your job. You should find your role in this trend of media. What is your role in this trend of media? How can you change it? How can you improve it? What is your suggestion? Just look at the past is not enough. Okay. Impact. Okay. This is interesting because before this, I don't see any student in my previous semester that wants to investigate the trend of media in Afghanistan. About agriculture, I have lots of theses, okay? But about trend of media, I don't have. This is the first thing, and this is new topic, but you should revise it. That's all. It's good. It's enough good to start it. But after you study and after you understand the gap, then we can change the topic. So at this step, no need to change. Just start your reading. Just start your literature that you can get the idea about this trend in Afghanistan. And then after that, you can find the gap. And after that, we can change the topic to cover the gap of media in Afghanistan. All right, thank you. So, Mr. Navid. Mr. Navid says that, for example, can we make a thesis topic for this? Impact of leadership strategies in management of the Faculty of Medicine in Bel. Mr. Navid, you want to change your topic or you want to give us the example?
Good evening, ma'am, and
Good evening.
classmates. Do you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Actually, I can say both. If you think it is like a topic, can be a topic, because I was thinking it is easier for me to work on this part than the previous topic. I could not find much literature to review, but still, I'm again looking for a better topic to be able to work on it. Because it's a little bit confusing to start with a topic for us.
What was your topic?
A lot of things. The topic first I chose was about the involvement of communities, or role of communication in the community, involving community in the municipal governance. That was one topic.
The role of communication. Let me see.
Yes.
Okay. I remember you choose two topics first. Yes. After that, you pick up one of them. Yeah.
Yes. Actually, first one was the bigger, and as we talked and we reviewed, and we made it a little bit narrower. And but I was thinking, because in there is not even done any previous research on this topic issue in Afghanistan, so it's very difficult to find some literatures to review, or maybe one or two. It's very hard to find it here. And then I was thinking, there are a lot of things we can make another topic, or we find another topic. It's a little bit confusing. We are thinking about many topics and topics coming and going. But just I was putting this, what do you think? Can it be like a topic, or I'm just understanding how to make a topic, but can it be a topic if I want to choose something like impact of leadership strategies in management of the Faculty of Medicine in Bauch, or maybe something else? I will choose a company or something. But I was just trying to understand more of how to make a topic to better to be able to continue with it. If the topic is not easy, the thesis as a whole will be difficult, as it was your first teaching of the first days, that if it is not interesting, you will be tired in the middle of the day doing the work. So I'm trying a lot to find a better thing, to not be tired at the middle, but to be very interesting to me to go on and work on it, and to finish it, and also to be able to find more information. For example, impact of leadership strategies. There are a lot of information in leadership strategies in the web we can find, in the management, which is relating to a management of a faculty or a school or somewhere, or a company. So just was wondering to know if this is like a topic, is it correct, or it needs some work to change some of the things, or what do you suggest or comment regarding such a topic?
Okay. Let me see. Because you put two topics, impact of leadership strategy management of the Faculty of Medicine in Bel. The next one, same. In the chat box, you put one topic 2 times, yeah? Yeah.
Yes, the
You
same
type
one.
it 2
It's
times,
the same.
yes?
Yeah, I typed
Okay.
it 2 times, yes. Yeah.
All right. So, okay, thank you, Mr. Navid. The first thing I should first, now I'm searching in my paper, your topic, but I cannot find. All right, first I should make sure that you cannot do the first topic. Because when you say there is not enough literature review, it's not a good, it's not a good reason to stop to do some research. Because maybe in Afghanistan there is no, so this is the, so it should be a good topic when you see that there is no research about it before, all right? So, but if you say you need some literature review about this topic, okay, you can go and find some literature except Afghanistan. I mean, you can find some countries, all right, that the situation is similar to Afghanistan, and then see how is this topic in those countries. And if, for example, in same countries, again, you cannot find any literature, you can go and see, okay, how is this procedure in European countries, in developing countries, in developed countries, all right? And get an idea and come back to your country and say, okay, how can I implement these strategies, these theories in other countries, in my country, in Afghanistan. So this is your job. You should create something new. If you find lots of literature about something, it means almost finished, almost this topic done, all right? So when you say there is nothing about this topic, it means it is very interesting. But the point is you cannot collect the data. If you cannot collect the data, this is another story, all right? For example, some topics are very interesting. This is the first time that the researcher wants to do it, but collecting the data is very difficult. They cannot access the data, for example. This is the good reason, if you say. But for literature review, you cannot say there is no literature review, because the research like this many times happen to the researcher that they cannot find exactly some topic related to their topic in the same country. So they should go and see in other country how is it happen and how we can use from them in the Afghanistan. So let me check your topic again, Mr. Navid, okay? Or if you can, you type the whole topic in the chat box. Oh, maybe I can find it. Let me. Are you sure you sent me your topic before? Because I didn't mention in the list. Can you put it in chat box now, Mr. Navid, your topic?
Yes, I sent it before. I will put it now. Okay.
Yeah, put it, because now in my list I have only topic of Ms. Krishna, Mr. Aziz, Mr. Najib Rahman, and Mr. Nawabi. I don't know why I don't put your topic in my list.
It's okay. It's okay. But what do you think about this new topic I put it? What do you think?
Okay, the new topic. So I think you like the new topic. All right. Okay. Okay. So impact of leadership strategies in management. What do you mean in management? You mean in managing of Faculty of Medicine in Bel?
Yes, managing.
In managing, you mean that how is the leadership strategies can employ for managing Faculty of Medicine in Bel?
I would, yeah. Now I can also change it a little bit. I can say how leadership strategies can benefit or develop the management of faculty of medicine, or benefit the management of faculty of medicine. What do you think now?
Leadership strategies. Okay, it can be, but I think this time it is very, very narrow. I mean, just one faculty, just in one city, then you can access enough data.
You talked before, actually, there are a lot of topics in the web. We can find that the leadership strategies and management, which
Yeah,
can be
information, yes,
related.
but data, you should collect the data yourself. You cannot refer to other data collection. So for literature
Yeah,
review, you can
yeah.
refer to others'
The
work,
good thing
but
is,
for data collection, you
yes,
cannot.
the good thing is that, yeah, the good thing is that, or maybe I can take not only just one faculty, I can say university, because it consists of 13 faculties.
Yeah, because you see, in this topic, the problem like this. In this topic, leadership strategies is very strong word, okay? When you say leadership strategies, it means very strong word. It is a very, general and a strong concept. Then suddenly after that, you come only in Faculty of Medicine in that. So there is a gap between these two, okay? Because why only Faculty of Medicine? Why only Faculty of Medicine? Can you explain?
Yeah, actually, I wanted to do something to that after I finish, it will be used, will benefit for example, I could hand it over to the faculty, and they could be able to use it to improve their quality of management of
You
their
work in
faculty.
this faculty?
Not actually. I was graduating from this faculty, so as a previous student, I think it would have been better to do something for this, to bring it to make it better, or to at least put some kind of understanding for the management of the faculty, how to have use their leadership strategies for their
Okay.
benefits. Yeah.
All right. And then only there is one medicine faculty in Balkh, or more than one?
Actually, there is one public, and there is one private.
Faculty of Medicine.
Yes, yes, there are two faculty of medicine. One is public, and the other is private.
So you want to investigate in both of them?
Maybe if you think that the one faculty is not good, it's very narrow. Maybe I can, in a comparing way, I can choose both. I can say leadership strategies in management of the faculties of medicine in Balkh.
Okay, let me see something else. All right, this topic is good, okay, but I think if you want to improve the managing of the faculty, because you want to give some suggestions, some recommendation to the top manager of this faculty, medicine faculty, to improve the faculty, yes? So
Yes.
okay, so it's good if you doesn't mention exactly leadership strategies, because maybe there are some other strategies, because you don't know. Maybe because your aim, your objective, it's not only leadership strategies. Your objective is to improve this faculty, okay? So you don't know that which strategies can be employed by faculty in terms of improving at this stage, all right? So it depends on you. If you are sure that only leadership strategies can help this faculty, this is another story, and then you can support your idea. Because if you say only leadership strategies can improve the faculty of medicine, then I will ask you, how do you know? Okay. So this is one story. Another story that your objective, that I think this is your objective, the second story, I think near to your idea, that you want to employ some strategies for improving the faculty of medicine in Bath. So as this story, it's good that you mention, for example, developing strategies in management. Let me give me a few minutes to tell you. I want to change it. Yes, you can say developing strategies for faculty of medicine in Belgium. That these developing strategies. Yes.
Only for just one faculty, or can say faculties, both public and private?
It depends on you. It depends on you. You can use only faculty of medicine, but both of them, private sector and public sector, or you can choose only public sector but different faculty. You know, it depends on you. That what is your objective? You want to just focus on faculty of medicine because you want to improve it, or you want to give idea for all faculties. You know, it depends on your scope of your research, that you want to improve the, for example, university in a public university in Belgium, or no, you just want to improve the medicine strategy, medicine university, I mean faculty. So it depends on you. If you want to focus on medicine faculty only, but it's better that you do in both public and private, I think, because just one faculty maybe not enough, but also maybe enough. I don't know. You should go and see how you can collect the data. If there is enough, also it's acceptable. Just focus on faculty of medicine in Bath. But when you put the development strategies, it means that leadership strategies included. So after that, if after you collect the data, you see other strategies also, then you can put it in your research. But when you say only leadership strategies, it is very narrow. Maybe after that you find
what
other
do you think
strategies.
Now? Yes, I change it now according to your recommendations. Developing strategies for management of faculties of medicine in Bal. I put it in parentheses, public and private.
Yeah, it's okay.
Is it a good topic?
Okay. Yes, of course. Why not? But no need to mention management, because when you give development strategies, you give a development strategy, of course, for managing the faculty. It is very clear. No need to mention management. Okay. Because all the strategies come from management. So you can put, it is my idea, that you mention development strategies for faculty of medicine in Belgium, or for private and public faculty of medicine in Belgium. Or if you want just to focus on leadership strategies, it means that your aim not to improve the medicine faculty. You want to see how leadership strategies can affect. Okay, so then you can choose this topic, that the role of leadership strategies in managing of the Faculty of Medicine in Balkh. This is another story that you just want to see the effect of leadership strategies in managing the faculty. But if you want to see all the strategies in terms of improving the faculty, okay, so you can mention developing strategies. So now you can think about it, that which one exactly you want to do. You want to improve in terms of any strategies, or you just want to focus on leadership strategies and see how is the role of leadership strategies. All right. So this is another story. So you can see and then email to me. But this topic can be okay.
Okay. Actually, the second topic is interesting, but since it is very broad, developing strategies, there might be a lot of strategies, and it will be a little bit complicated because of time constraints and a lot of effort needed. But if I can choose one topic which is specific, and to understand the role of leadership strategies for improvement of Faculty of Medicine in Balkh, then I can choose both public and private in this rule of leadership strategies, and also
So
I can compare public and private as well in here.
Okay, that is okay. That's one possible, but you pay attention to this, that when you put private and public sector together in one topic, it means you should give us the comparison. All right? I should see comparison in your research. Okay?
Okay. Okay.
Okay, and then another thing. When you want to say the role of doesn't mention that improving in your topic, because after that maybe you understand that leadership strategy cannot have a strong effect on the managing. Okay, so don't put the improving, because when you put improving, so I say okay, how you can support it. All right, so just put it as a general.
Rule of leadership strategies for management of public and private faculties of medicine in Balkh.
That's good. Yeah, that's good.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, that's good. And then just email to me this final. All right, yeah. Okay. Just email to me this final topic that I can record it in my list. Okay. All right.
Okay.
All right. Thank you. And don't forget to put comparison. All right. Focus upon comparison between public and private. All right. Thank you.
Sure. Sure.
All right, thank you. Mr. Aziz, do you have any questions? Okay, is there any other question? Please ask me. If no, we can finish the class now. Okay, I hope you have very good holiday and Happy New Year in advance. And see you in, I think, see you on 1st of April again this class. Thank you so much and goodbye.